created by Warren Ellis and developed by Adi Shankar. Netflix's Castlevania is the perfect amalgamation of Eastern animation and Western characterization. The anime is inspired by the namesake Japanese video game series and tells the story of vampire hunter Trevor Belmont, speaker magician Sipha Belnades, and half-vampire Adrian Alucard Tepes, and their struggle against the legendary Dracula and his subordinates. In Season 4, Trevor and Sipha continue to fight monsters and make their way to the city of Targovist, which Dracula all but destroyed after his wife Lisa was burned at the stake there. Alucard saves a group of villagers and brings them to his castle to shelter them from the night creatures and other vampires. Saint Germain helps Varney, a former member of Dracula's war council, in his efforts to bring back his master, but Germain has his own plans. Meanwhile, Isaac realizes that he must give up his need for vengeance and strive to create a better world. Here is everything you need to know about Castlevania Season 4 ending. Spoilers ahead. Castlevania Season 4 recap. The season opens with Trevor and Sipha realizing that things have gotten particularly worse in the previous few weeks with more vampire and night creature sightings. They run into a group of fanatics who have built a sacrificial altar to the Grim Reaper in the hopes that the elemental being will bring Dracula back. When they arrive at Targovist, its remaining citizens are dying of malnutrition and diseases. They meet Zamfir, who, like the rest of the citizens, has become insane after Dracula's attack, believing that the dead rulers of the city will someday return and restore it to its former glory. When Dracula was alive, he sent Varney to conquer Targovist. Initially, it seems that Varney wants to finish the job he was given and offer the city to Dracula once he returned. However, his real goal was to find a teleportation mirror that will get him to the very room in Dracula's castle where Dracula was killed. Since Alucard impaled Taka and Sumi's bodies at the castle entrance, he doesn't particularly get visitors. That changes when he gets a message for help from the village of Dynasty. He meets the village headwoman, Greta, and agrees to lead her and her people to his castle. Among the villagers is Germain, who has made it out from the Infinite Corridor with the help of a mysterious woman who claims to be an alchemist as well. Later, Varney contacts him and tells him that they need to work together as they both seek to bring back Dracula. Isaac attacks Carmilla's castle with his army of night creatures and kills her, but he spares Hector's life, realizing that they both were playthings of other people, at Hector's request. He spares Lenore. Miranda and Striga realize that Carmilla is dead and decide to just walk away from war and destruction to create a world of their own. As Season 4 is slated to be the final season of this incredible series, the season finale serves as an epilogue. The Grim Reaper is defeated because of Trevor's sacrifice. Sipha is pregnant. Greta and the other survivors decide to build a new village under Dracula's castle, deciding that a life of captivity is not for her. Lenore says her farewell to Trevor and goes out to the balcony to greet the morning sun. Castlevania Season 4 ending. Does Trevor die? No, Trevor doesn't die in his battle against the Grim Reaper. He and Sipha teleport themselves through the same mirror that Varney uses, but as the landing point is constantly shifting, they end up at a different location within the castle. Soon, they reunite with Alucard and help him and Greta save the villagers from the vampires and night creatures under Dragon's command. They soon learn that Germain, the enigmatic scholar who helped them defeat the priest seeking Dracula's return in Lindenfeld, is now himself trying to bring back Dracula. After ensuring that Sipha is safe, Trevor faces the Grim Reaper alone. He previously collected fragments of a weapon from the royal treasury at Targovist. The weapon was created by an insane wizard blacksmith who made a one-sided murder-suicide pact with God. Trevor knows that the weapon will kill him if he uses it against the Grim Reaper, but he still does it because that is the only choice he has to protect Sipha and their unborn child. However, Germain, who is also at the threshold of death, sends Trevor into the Infinite Corridor with the key that the mysterious alchemist gave him earlier. When Trevor wakes up, he finds himself at the north bank of the Danube. From there, he makes his way back to Sipha and others. Who is the Grim Reaper? The Grim Reaper is not technically the manifestation of death, though many cultures believe him to be. He is a vampire-like elemental being that feeds on death. He has existed since the dawn of time and is incredibly powerful. However, there are certain limitations to his powers. For instance, he can't reach into hell and bring back someone, like any other vampire. He is predominantly driven by his insatiable hunger, but since Dracula's death, he has largely starved because not many are dying any longer. He has somehow come to know that Germain is trying to find a way to bring his partner back from the Infinite Corridor. He seduces the scholar with the promises of exactly that by meeting him as a mysterious alchemist in the Infinite Corridor. Meanwhile, he has also set up a chain of events in Targovist as Varney. Trevor speculates that the Grim Reaper was a part of Dracula's court, but it's possible no one except Dracula himself knew Varney's true identity, as the alchemist. The Grim Reaper convinces Germain to create the Rebus, a fusion of matter and spirit within a hermaphrodite form, with Dracula and Lisa's souls, and then use it to control the infinite corridor, as Varney. The Reaper provides Germain with vampires and night creatures to attack Dracula's castle. Germain infiltrates Dynasty and poses as a penniless traveler and scholar until he can get to the castle. It is during the ritual that Germain learns that he has been betrayed. The real reason that the Grim Reaper wants to bring Dracula back as a Rebus is because the latter will be even stronger in that form and more malevolent. Are Dracula and Lisa back? Yes, they both are back. Trevor, Sypha, and Alucard interrupt the ritual of infusing the Rebus with Dracula and Lisa's souls. They later wake up elsewhere together with no memory of what brought them back. But they seem to be thankful for the second chance they have been given and intend to spend the initial years of it in a small hamlet in England, where the sun doesn't shine much. At some point, they hope to go back to Wallachia and let their son know that they have returned, but for now, they want him to have a sense of closure. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.